So one of the really big questions in evolutionary biology is how do extraordinary novel functions, like clothes that snap, evolve from seemingly mundane ancestors? The remarkable ability to produce loud snaps has evolved independently in two quite different shrimp families. Both families are highly diverse and exhibit unique claws. These snapping claws create intense shock waves by closing extremely rapidly. But how did this remarkable ability evolve from simple pinching claws? We already know how snapping claws create intense shock waves. First, the movable finger closes extremely rapidly, less than 0.6 millisecond. That quick closing motion jets water so rapidly that a cavitation bubble is produced. A bubble that is actually a vacuum. Then, clasp of the cavitation bubble creates highly destructive shock waves. Significantly, this rapid claw closure requires some kind of energy storage and cocking mechanism, because simple muscle contraction cannot create such rapid motion. So, to understand the evolution of snapping, we must first understand how the energy storage and cocking mechanisms evolved. We started by examining as many different shrimp as possible. 114 species from 19 families were sampled from various environments around the world. We conducted physical experiments using greatly enlarged 3D printed scale models. Here is an interpretation of our proposed mechanism. In a snapping slip joint, muscle fibers that attach above the fulcrum, the gold-colored one, contract first. This initiates energy stretch and cocks the claw open. The stored energy is then released suddenly when the muscle below the fulcrum, the one shown in red, pull the flattened base of the movable finger across the ridge. In contrast, in a non-snapping slip joint, all closer muscle fibers insert below the fulcrum when the claw is fully open, so closer muscle contraction simply closes the claw. These models show how small changes in form can change function dramatically. In other words, how far the base of the movable finger slides make all the difference. Once any closer muscle fibers insert above the threshold over the fulcrum, muscle function changes in a stepwise manner from simple closing to energy stretch and cocking. If you would like to read more about this study, see detailed results and more spectacular images of shrimp claws in our current biology paper.